welcome to FS channel. My name is Chola by profession, and today I'm going to take you through conveyancing. Basically, we're going to tackle the topic of charge, and when you're talking about charge, this is always the security against a parcel of land for purposes of acquiring a loan from a bank. So when you're talking about charge, there are two parties that are involved, the charger and the chargee. The charger is the owner of the land and the chargee is the lender. Basically, in most cases, is always the bank. So Section 2 of the Land Act states out some types of charge, and the first type of charge is the informal charge, the formal charge, and the customary charge. When you look deeper into with regards to charge, we found out that there are basic concepts of charge, which is one, we find the charging clause and the acknowledgement of understanding as per section 74 of the Land Act. And section 85 of the Land Act talk about the right to discharge a parcel of land. So with respect to Land Act, we find section 82 that brings out the rights that have been laid across in with respect to charge, and we also find that the right of tacking and the right of consolidation. So when you're talking about the right of the doctrine of tacking, this is where a subsequent lender can tack a parcel of his loan to be paid before a prior lender. Meaning, even if he had two or more loans, he has the right to tack both loans to be paid before a prior lender. And we're talking about the right of consolidation. This is where a borrower has more than one charge existing in a specific lender, and he can decline the redemption of one charge. He can decline redemption of one charge unless the other one is also redeemed. But this right of redemption must be reserved before the expiry date. And we find the case of Pledge versus White. In this case, it was the court held that there will be union of both charges and equities, where a person has taken a charge the same with them from a specific lender. Then when we are going, there is an equity of redemption, and this equity of redemption, it is seen that once a charge, always a charge, and we see it in the case of ICDC versus Karaoke and another. And in this case, it was held that the equity of redemption will subsist until the transfer has been registered. So there is a step that is involved with respect to charge. When you want to purchase a parcel of land and you are through acquisition of a loan from a bank. So the first step is that we find is that the borrower, who in this case is the purchaser of that parcel of land, will approach their advocates with the interest of purchasing a specific property of land. Then their advocates will ensure that they conduct the due diligence, and then after conducting due diligence, they will approach the vendor's advocate to inform them of the purchase of land and acquisition of a loan from the bank with respect to purchasing of that particular piece of land. So after that, the buyer's advocate will go to the bank and with purposes of acquiring that particular loan. Then the bank advocate, if they agree to finance the purchasing of that property for the borrower, then they will appoint a lawyer, an advocate for them, for purposes of engaging the process of financing the buyer to purchase that particular land. So after that, the bank's advocates will write to the seller's advocate regarding the terms of the undertaking. Then the seller's advocates will set the terms of the undertaking, and will issue 45 days period for the bank's advocates to register that particular, for purposes of registering the charge. They will issue the documents. Then after that, the bank's advocates will actually write the actual undertaking and set the terms or negotiate the terms of the undertaking. After that has been done, then the buyer's advocates will prepare the transfer, while will prepare or draft the transfer, while the bank's advocates will draft the charge. After that, both the bank advocates and the purchaser's advocates will ensure that those particular documents have been sent. For instance, the transfer will be the banks. With regards to the transfer, the buyer's advocates will ensure that it has been sent to the seller's advocates, and the seller's advocates will have to ensure that execution has been acquired and the appropriate document has been procured from the seller's advocates. Then, with regards to the charge, it will the seller's advocate will ensure that the buyer's signature has been acquired, as well as witnesses or spousal consent if necessary. Then there will be procuring of the documents from the seller's advocates, and this will be after the receipt of funds. And after that, the buyer's advocates will ensure that there's the registration of both the transfer and the charge, and this will be done simultaneously. Then the bank's advocates will procure the documents from the buyer's advocate. Then they will the bank's advocates will be relieved from their duty after all this process has been done. If you have any more questions regarding conveyancing with regards to procuring of a loan to purchase a parcel of land, then you can kindly comment below. For now, kindly share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.